to let it go. I'm alone with the rain. Since you're gone, I gotta clean the space you left dirty. Moving on into another phase where you can't hurt me. Why is it so hard? I gotta confess I'm losing it. Why do you keep haunting me? I gotta confess, I tried to let it go. I find myself alone. I tried to let it go. I'm alone with the rain. I tried to let it go. I find myself alone. I tried to let it go. I'm alone with the rain. Why is it so hard? I gotta confess I'm losing it. Why do you keep haunting me? I gotta confess, I tried to let it go. I found myself alone. I tried to let it go. I'm alone with the rain. I tried to let it go. I find myself alone. I tried to let it go. I'm alone with the rain.
Now remember, I'm not late. You just weren't ready for it yet. All right. So I knew I had to, you just weren't ready for it yet. But now you are. You see? But now. So the universe spoke and it said no. But then it said yes. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. I pray abundance for each and every one of you. Shout out to Kenny Barnett. I pray abundance for you too, man. Blessings on blessings. Abundance for us all. Abundance on abundance on abundance. It feels like there's abundance forever. Blessings. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. As we start off like we start every single show, going over fiat leak and see where the fiat is leaking. And it is all over the streets here on this Saturday night. A lot of Bitcoin getting bought up. Litecoin in the mix. Chainlink. Ethereum as some people call it. Matic even. A little bit of Matic coming my way. Wow, it's been a while. Seems like the whole market's jumping on in a little bit here. Some Cardanas. Someone's buying Cardanas. We got Phantom even. Polygon. We got Polygon. Interesting. Seeing, wow, some sushi. Wow, some Tron coming in there. XRP buy. Some Shiba Inu getting rolled in there. Uniswap. A little bit of GRT, right? Graph link. Wow. The graph, I meant. And Cosmo buy there. Not a lot of Cosmo. A little bit. There's even some 1 inch right there getting bought, right? That's 1 inch. Interesting times to be alive. That's some Stellar Lumens. And do you know your logos? There's a little ape coin. There's some Avalanche in the mix. There's some Aave, right? Wow. Little polka dot, huh? Little polka dot over here. Hey? Well, as you can see, the biggest of them all is Le Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, fending off 60,000 today, holding back to 60,090. And we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it first with the daily close. If you were watching me earlier, I did call a move up to around 61,000. We got that. We did pump and dump and went all over the place, but we did get that pump to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Someone actually even asked me, said, hey, man, again. All right. Give me your meow. No, that's too strange. I can't do that. No. That would be weird for me. It would feel feminine. It would feel feline and feminine. And I just can't do that. Shout out to PS5, Future of Gaming in the Game. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Love is love. And hope you're having a wonderful night with you and yours, brother. God bless you. I would feel guai. Yeah. Bink for soul. Bong sister meme. I don't know about Bink either. That sounds a little strange to me. I need that. I need to get the drum roll and the laughter back. I'm going to get that back. We're going to figure that out. I could just switch mixers and be right on. I just have to do that. Just switch a mixer. So the weekly could be in a beautiful bull flag. It bounced away from the 21-day moving average, but it doesn't look amazing. And it looks now like we're going to close, right? I keep giving it a chance, What we'd like to see is this to rip up and close above the candle body of what could have been a beautiful bullish pin bar, reversal candle. Again, we still have a really low wick, which could hold us down, and I'll take this close here. Like, it's okay, but not amazing, right? And it shows there could be more pain too. If you look at the MACD just getting across, all right, and the RSI showing signs of possibly a little more downside too as well. We have been able to get a little bit lower, usually not too low though in a bull market on the weekly RSI. And the stochastics just crossing the dotted line. The last 3 times we actually didn't stay too much lower, but you can see when you do cross, that's usually the beginning of at least a little more slumpage. All right. So where do we stand? Are we going to the downside? I mean, I've been talking about this fib for a while, but I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I say that every day on this channel. And so when anyone comes back the next day and said, you said it, I mean, there's days where I do make calls though. I say, the probabilities to the upside, I'm taking along. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right. Doesn't mean I'm going to be wrong. It means exactly what it is. It means exactly what it means. It means I'm going to do it and find out what happens based on probability. Now, I usually only do it when there's high probability, but, that all depends. So we take a look here. Resistance at 71,303. Can we break that on the weekly? We're not that far. We only have really like one resistance here, and then we could easily go up. There's a little bit of a challenge at 69, and then, but if you can see on the weekly, like if things reverse, it's like all-time highs immediately. Like it doesn't look, so we're closer than we realize, but we also could see some pain. I'm open-minded to both scenarios. All right. So now we look here, and we're in this falling wedge flag to me on the 3-day chart, and it would make sense you might come back down to test the bottom of the wedge, which would give you 56,800, 850, and you test the 50-day move, the 53-day moving average, right? There's a chance. Do you come lower right now? You know, and you've gotten rejected here, and you had a resistance at 65.5, right? That's our weekly resistance. Okay. No coincidences. Fridays are the new dumping day. So now we go to the daily, and we take a look, and the daily closed green. And it closed, that's a reversal doji. It can be a reversal doji right there. Not the best, not the worst, but you know, we'll see what happens. It's, you know, indecision doji really, but a little bigger wick to the downside. But still, I've seen this reverse price action. It's not a red candle. And so we'll see what happens. And so far, this daily candle has given us a bit of a bounce, but it's not amazing of a bounce. It's a very small bounce. But this is where we stand, and there's still a chance that we get this like shoulder, head, and a right shoulder to the upside for Bitcoin, right? Stochastics would come down a little more. We would somewhat reset and continue to the upside. The 12-hour and the 22 desperately need to get back above the 200 SMA. We were rejected on the last 12-hour candle. We have 11 hours now and 37 minutes to find out what will happen with this next 12-hour candle. The 8-hour, like I told you too, must break back above. That's starting to show more signs of a possible inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's not out of the possibilities. And then remember yesterday, talked about this possible, like, you know, broadening wedge or a wedge of some type. He even say this was the wedge, I feel like, and we broke out of it, broke back inside, it respected the wedge. And then we had bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, which to me was quite interesting. And because the RSI clearly swings up on the 4-hour while price action swings down. And that tells me there could be a move to the upside. Shout out to 3 Much Crypto with the 999, the triple nines. Casper, if you may. God bless you. Thank you so much. Crypto is great. Moms are better. Hug your moms tomorrow. Call them if you're away. Sending love. Yeah, tomorrow's the first Mother's Day where I won't be able to say I love you, Mom. Thank you for everything you've done for me and my entire life. Pretty crazy, right? Last Mother's Day was so big because my dad died, like, you know, basically days before. I mean, man, it's whatever. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, but when I talk about my life, it sounds like a sob story, but I'm not crying. I'm not asking for anything. This is just what happened. These are the facts, right? It was a tough year on everybody in my family. Thought about my mom and dad a lot today for whatever reason. They were in my thoughts. I mean, there's some days you think more, some days you think less. It just depends on the day, you know. So if this does break down, it does have a measured move. It's a bear flag, but I like the divergence. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but you know, likely we'll come at least test the trend line first before we go lower. So somewhere around here, about here. So I'd be looking, if we do break down, I'm looking at 59,750. All right, we'll go from there. So what do I got? I got a lot of lines on the screen. Well, we got the bigger falling wedge that I've been true on. Actually, I could make it more like this, sorry. And that's why, to me, like, once this breaks down, like, it could definitely go all the way here. Bang, right? 53K, retest this level. This would make a lot of sense to me. You got a bit of almost an M pattern here. You've made a high, you've made a lower high, you've made a lower high, you expect a lower low. Like, this is a downtrend. That's why I kept saying, like, if you can't break 67.2, expect more downside. And then when we couldn't, I was like, oh, yeah, you know, you have to break the trend. So right now you could say, oh, wait, we have a micro trend. We have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low. Great. Then put in the higher high. First off, break 65, 250, and then we can talk, because then I can say, okay, we have a micro trend here now. Let's put in the higher low, and then let's break this high, and then that's our way out of here. But until the trend can tell me different, I respect the trend. And the trend right now is macro. The bigger trend is to the downside, right? Because you have a high, a low, a high, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. Expect the lower low. The area you would go to would just usually is that you respect the trend line. I've seen this many times. So you would come and just respect this diagonal trend line the way it's been going. And that takes you somewhere to 53,000. I'm not saying we're going there for sure. I don't want people to start being, oh my God, he said 53K. All right. And my mom was such an amazing, beautiful person. She was so beautiful. My mom was amazing. You know, I thought about what I was going to say about her today. And what I was going to say is, you know, you have a coach, right? And ever had a coach in sports? Or if you've never played sports, you've at least watched some movie, or if you ever understand what it means to be a coach, right? In life or in anything. And what does a coach do? A coach gives you tools that you have forever, right? Like, if you can connect back to your first coach, sometimes 10 years later, you're in varsity sports from your little league and you're hitting a home run, and you can remember it was like some fundamentals that were given to you from someone that had played the game, you know, many, many times before you had. So, and what I mean by that is what our coach gives us usually stays with us. It's not just something we get once and then we throw away. Like, we keep what our coaches give us through life, right? And parents are coaches. Like, parents are coaches of life, which is even bigger than baseball and sports. But, you know, it's just a comparison. But parents are coaches of life, you know. And what I said to myself today was, thank you, Mom. You're still giving to me. You're still giving to me because I'm still using the tools that you gave me. I'm still living life the way you coached me. So like I'm still loving, like sending love throughout the world. And she was so loving. And shout out to all the moms out there, and especially Crypto Wife. Blessings on blessings to everyone here. Thank you, Blair Stevenson. We love you, man. Shout out to Mike M. We love you, brother. No, I think the 18th, next week, we do class. Just because things got so, the move, I didn't get to do the last Saturday, so we moved the class to the 18th. So I just, you know, I wanted to say thank you to everyone on the stream, and just shout out to everybody here on this beautiful Saturday night. And shout out to my mom, Irene, I love you. Daisy, Mom, I love you with all my heart. Thank you for everything you've given me. And she still gives to me because I find myself using the tools in which she gave me. You see what I mean? So like, she's still giving to me. Like today on the stream, the way I'm behaving is because the way my mom taught me how to behave. You see? So like, everything I have, my success of the channel, like, I still owe to my mom. You know, my dad too, both of them. But, you know, my mom was such a strong figure and positive figure in my life. Only positive, you know. Me and my dad, we had our things. Like, we had some positive, we had some negative. We had, you know, at the end of the day, I love my father with all my heart, though. I never want to, like, you know. But my mom was just only gracious and beauty and just love. And she was an angel. She was the closest thing to an angel, and she was my mom. I'm so blessed to be able to say that. She was the closest thing to an angel, and she was my mom on this earth. May God rest her soul, man. Mom, I love you. God, forgive her for all her sins. May she be forgiven for all her sins. And may she live in heaven and until I see her again. Amen. You know? So, Bitcoin. Look at this interesting chain of event here. So we had the low. High, higher low, higher high, higher low. That's a mini uptrend. We could start to dig our way out. If you flip it around, it's almost a Bart Simpson the other way. We could dump, and then we lose the POC. We could dump right back through the gap. So there's a chance. There's some hope here for the 1 hour and the 4 hour to get a bit of a reversal. Let's take a look at our main resistance. It's going to be 61,000. We can call it 300, 61,275, right? I'll go with this area because we wick to it and we have two candles right there that bounce, fell through, a bit of resistance, and there's a high volume node. So 61.5. You break back above 61.5. Now the 1 hour, see how the stochastics are starting to kind of curve bullish and they double bottomed? That's somewhat of a bullish sign here for Bitcoin. Be careful weekend trading. It can definitely throw you for a loop. It can say one thing and do another. The measured move, though, if this would continue, is up somewhere to here. And if it gets that far through this VRVP, you see, this is the VRVP on the right, the visible range volume profile. It's just very likely to head to this liquidity bar at 63,000. Right? And so, you know, that's just kind of what I see possibly happening for BTC. Again, we'd have to get above local resistance. First things first is 61,500, right? So now we look at our smaller time frames, and you can see the 15 minutes said it was going to break out on low stochastic, went up, came down, and then decided to break out again. So pretty much weekend price action, shady, choppy, up and down weekend price action. But it does suggest, yeah, the moving averages are tight, and there's a 200 there. 9 out of 10 times, if you're watching my channel with me, you see this. We gap up to the 200 SMA. This tells me this is likely to pump to the upside. So now I'm convinced that the 15-minute is going to do this, right? Because I've seen it many times. Now, I know we'll have a bit of resistance there at 61.3 locally, right? And then let's move to the 1 minute time frame. The 1 minute is now breaking out of this little flag. Tiny little flag, but breaking out nonetheless. And honestly, it has a big, you could take this pole as the bigger measure move. So I'm looking for a move right now. It looks like we may get a short squeeze on Saturday night right here in front of us. And I don't know why it happens whenever I'm around. Liquidity says no, but look, there's 61.8 right there just hiding out. Little bit of liquidity, not a lot, but hiding out. And then we have, we have the jungle down here, all the way down to about 58,000. Where's our lowest? Yeah, 58.60, and then the dark red there at 59,040. So anything could happen, but and then what, like 61K? We're sitting just even, 61 even. Little bit of liquidity right there at 61.8. So we'll see. I mean, it looks like we're going to see a move just based on the moving averages. So like this will flag out, hopefully, in likelihood manners. It'll hang out with the 21-day moving average. You see? And then we get the breakout. Stokes turn, and you know the 15-minute wants to gap to the 200 SMA, which I've seen many times. So I wouldn't be surprised if during the show we get a pump to the upside based on my years of doing this. But what do I know? I'm probably 100% wrong. And we could go to 61,380, right? I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just a guy who wears glasses and a shirt. I meant myself turning bearish bullish, not saying, shout out to Alex. We love you, brother. Don't worry. Hey, man, pimp, dude, it's okay. Press the like. Yeah. Crypto Liver sent you a tweet on what you gave me. Thank you, Sammy. Love is the greatest appreciation. Give to you and the lifers and the 99. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Love is the strongest frequency. You can, you will, you are the best, everybody. Get rid of negative people out of your life. They have no place in your life. Replace them. The second you remove a negative person, there is now space for a positive person. Someone that believes in you. Someone that has dreams. Someone that has big dreams like you. Someone that doesn't laugh just because you think you could do something big with your life. A lot of people, which is the majority, or, look at the majority of people in America are on, they say, antidepressant pills too, right? So like, you're trying to fit into a group of people that are on, you don't want to fit in. Trust me. You want to go your own way and find your own sauce in this world. That's really going to be the best way and if I had to give anyone a piece of success, I'd say create your own success. Find your own reason of success. Define what success is to you. Define it. It should be defined. What kind of house, what kind of car, where do you want to live? The feeling behind it. Do you want to get up and go to the beach? Should life feel free? You got to define your success. How do you want your, like I remember years ago, I was like, man, my perfect life would be, having a house up northeast in the summertime, be in Florida 8 months out of the year, go back up to the northeast when it gets too hot in Florida, and juggle the two places, have a great life, always be boating, always be hanging out, always be enjoying. And working super hard, right? Having my home business and just live like that's just how I always pictured it. And it took 20 years really. Some say a little bit of luck with Bitcoin. I don't know, is luck, luck is created by people who push themselves, who don't take no for an answer. If you don't take no for an answer, eventually I believe you'll win in anything in life. You'll create the reality of winning because you'll say that I can't do anything but win. If winning is the only option, then that's the only thing that can happen. Don't you get it? Just told my 5-year-old that as he's starting to follow everyone in his class with finding things he needs to not to do and not to follow others and be yourself and be different. Bless you, Sam. Amen. Yeah, don't do what everyone else is doing. That's not the cool thing to do. Anyone can go do what everyone else is doing. Go your own way, right? Find your own sauce. Be your own man. You're not here to impress anybody. The only person you need to make happy is your kids and your wife if you have a family, and yourself if you're a young man or young woman working on who you are as a person. Like, if you have good parents, you need to be good to them. That's one of God's, true wills is to be good to your parents. Take care of them as they get old. Like, that's what you have to do. I didn't move to Florida when my dad died because I needed to be there for my mom. I wasn't going to leave her all alone. So it is what it is. I'm sorry I'm getting preachy today, but I just, live your life, run your own race. Amen. Yeah. Hawaii, Florida, San Diego is my dream. See, he's got his dream defined. He even knows where he wants to be. Right? Love is found here, everyone. Shout out to Trevor Lifer 333. We love you, man. God bless a true statement. Do you believe in the Elliott wave theory or better the Stokes? No. I've seen Elliott wave traders go against me years ago. And again, it happened. Whatever. I don't even want to. For me, it doesn't. For me, I find accuracy in what I do. And a lot of other people do too. I don't speak on other things that I don't know about. For that's a fool's job. And that's not a job of a learned individual. Right? So I know that I know nothing, right? So I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. And I know I need to learn more at all times and be humble and listen more and speak less, right? These are the true, indications. Hey, Lever, thoughts on chain swap? It's been like 3 months since I started trading for 6 months of demo. Still a long journey, but I'm taking one step at a time. I mean, that's pretty awesome, man. I'm really excited for you because you're not running in to make money. You're going step by step to learn the process. And people that do that usually make some good gains. So this is where the flag should break out. The Stokes are low, curve. The 15 minutes going to make the gap. And unless you're making some type of shoulder head, right shoulder here that could dump like a sideways, inverted. And you have a golden cross approaching, which usually means a big move is going to come. Again, it is the weekend. We could easily just dump to the downside and have nothing happen. But I'm looking for a move here on this flag to the upside for Bitcoin. Watch it take its time, and it might actually take a little while. It might go up and down for a while here. It might be an extended falling wedge. We don't know exactly how it's going to play out. We have somewhat of an idea. All right. God bless everyone. I needed to work with this team. I want to make a difference and not just trade. What jobs are open? Interesting. Just hopped into the stream and immediately getting hit with that wisdom. Shout out to Average Joe Crypto. We love you and we appreciate you. Thank you. Honestly, living in the present moment every single day, taking a breath. If right now, if you're you're sitting in your life and you're worried about your portfolio, you don't know what's going to happen to your portfolio. You don't know what's in 2-3 months from now, things could be completely different. So worrying is, put in what you're willing to, research your coins, put in what you're willing to lose and walk away. Right? So I was bullish last week and was disappointed. Hopefully this week, I'll just keep long on the dip till I'm broke. Shout out to Jake and Jason Casper. Now I play the moving averages, Jason. And when we lose the 200 SMA, like here, look, we lost it on the 15 here. We first lost it on the 7 right here. So, but once the 7 lost the 200, boom, you're done, right? You're done. Now we got back above it here right now, but we're toying with it. And, we'll see. We'll see. But by using the moving averages, I'm able to figure out and then by dialing into smaller and bigger time frames, I'm able to dial in really what's probably likely going to happen. And it's pretty accurate, man. It is a pain. You have to know them all kind of. You have to use them over and over again, and it's not easy. It takes like, it took me years to play it, but it's, you know, I don't know. So instead of long in the bottom, what I'd rather do is long when we break above a significant 200 MA. Now, what I do is I still trade small time frames in the meantime, like this. Like I want to trade this flag right now. I just I started talking to you over here, and hey, Jason Casper over here. You're the man, girl. God bless you for the Saturday night TA. No, you're the man, dude. God bless you for always being nice. You don't have to shower me with gains. 99, man. What a nice guy. I can now order pizza tonight and not worry. Jason, I can eat tonight because, you know, I didn't listen to you, and I leverage traded without using a stop loss, and I lost everything, including my girlfriend and all my money, and my mom. I got kicked out of my house, and I had no money to eat, but now I do. I didn't long the 6-1 ETA like you taught me. I always funny, people are like, you got to collab with Jason. I'm like, we did that a couple times. I'm like, we did it. We'll do it again one day when the time is right. It's got to just sit. It's got to sit right. He's a busy man. I'm a busy man. Look, the 77s always come up. And look, I pulled this up to 277.77. So weird. Anyway, can we get the move out the flag? This suggests a push. You broke the 200 SMA. That would be the initial long with a stop on the other side. Can we get the push? And there's a chance that we bottomed here. I'm not, you know. Shout out to Master Friend in the house. Can you look at Velodrome Finance on the 1 day? Juba's up at 41777. You're funny. Shout out to Master Friend, man. One of the coolest, smoothest people in the game. And one of the nicest people I've ever met. That's why he was recruited into my inner circles, because he's one of the coolest people you ever meet. He lives in love, man, and I can tell by the way he behaves, and makes me happy and proud to be around him. And those are the only type of people I want to be around, people that live in love. He believes in God too, man. He's a God-fearing man. He loves his family, and a family makes a man, and a man makes a family. I'm telling you right now, and I see it no other way. So I wonder how many friends out there. He's so funny too. It's so funny, man. So many friends out there. Hey, you know, honestly, when you open up look how many friends I found by opening up my mind and just being open-minded to the world. Look, I know Jason. I know all these different people now that I would never know. And all you beautiful people. Look, I know Francis. I know Josiah Jelowick. I know Kush is my clone. I know Caps Crypto, Dimitri, Zlotnikov. We got Block Vibes. We got Rudy 007. God bless you. Right? We got Barber Trader Joe. We got Jason Scott. Trevor Lifer 33, Seekick Alexander. Man, we got so many beautiful people here. Family man with a crypto hand. Godzilla. Blessings on blessings. Oh, and I got top chat on. They always do that to me. That's why I don't see everything live. There we go. We got Stack McChange in the house. Crypto Billy in the house. We got Master Friend in the house. We got PS5, Future Gaming, some OGs in the house. Crypto Bellico, Jeff Stranum. Wow, Average Joe Crypto in the game. OMAC, Leland, my buddy. Leland, I will call you. Stas in the game. Super Chat, Caspa, Velodrome. We'll take a look at those puppies. I made 0 watching other people so far last 2 months. Watching you, I made close to 3K. You are the man. See, look, I made 0 watching other people so far last 2 months. Watching you, I've made close to 3K. You are the man. I get this all the time, man. And people are like, oh, that's like some bot that I've paid to say that. I honestly, man, I wouldn't put that much time into doing something like that. I'd rather go outside and like play Frisbee with my kids and go find out how to pay a bot. I live my life and everything else falls into play. You know? And, you know, put God first and everything else falls into play too. You know, like this trade's looking like it's gonna pump to the upside on this slow Saturday night, but there's no guarantees. But I'd kind of want to scalp it. Just Saturday night's not my favorite night to trade. It's usually garbage. But there's that gap in the 15 minute. And I could keep my stop loss a little lower than I want. I could go to 61,246 for now. Damn it, I just missed the pump and I knew it was coming. Has that ever happened to you guys? You're about to get in and then it just, boom. Now I'm like sketched out to get in because it's like that was the pump, right? I don't have to trade every night. Watch, if I don't trade, it shows huge control because I want to force myself to trade right now. It's actually harder not to trade in a way than it is to trade. But my entry, like I should have made my entry already. And what's also interesting is I see what I didn't see before. A shoulder, a head, and a right. Look at that inverted head and shoulder to the upside. Neckline right there. Boom. Amazing. Amazing. Remember, it's Saturday night. See, I didn't chase. If I chase that green candle, it'd start coming down on me right now. I'm not doing that. Not playing that game. Not on a Saturday night. No way. I know you guys want to hear me sing all night, but it's just not going to happen. That's all you're going to get. If you do want to hear me sing more, I have an album on iTunes. You can check it out. Me and Jason Casper did a duo. It's coming out. It's called Sam Cass. It's called Caspa. No, 2 times made awake that happens and then can't break my rule of not buying green candles. Sunday sideways and the Monday boom, right? Used to do music, just you lifer had an amazing journey and met a lot of great people. Now as I'm getting older, crypto has become my new passion. These past 4 years, I appreciate everything you do. God bless you. I appreciate everything you do, man. Shout out to Jason Scott. A nasty inverse cup and handle has been formed on Bitcoin's 4-hour chart. What's the probability of it playing out? Look, this is a bit of a double top here. You see that? Doesn't look amazing. So let's recap kind of what we're saying before we get too caught up in the 1 minute on the Saturday night, right? Which can get you hurt up. I don't want to get you giving you guys bad habits, right? Stokes look like they're going to turn and give us a bit of a pump. The 4-hour and the 1 hour look interesting. The 15-minute wants the gap up to the 200 SMA. That's what I know to be true. That's what's likely going to happen. It doesn't have to. We could continue sideways, slump more. This could come down, and then we'll take a nasty dump all the way to the downside, right? Shout out to Kenny Barnett. You're awesome, and one day I'll be a member. Just getting started to the upside after years of plunder trades. You were a true teacher. Thank you. God bless you, Kenny. I love you, bro. I appreciate you. You're the best, man. Or Jay Pre. My last Bitcoin DCA was 57K. What to do now? Just wait or keep the grind on. PS5, future of gaming. I mean, that's a beautiful DCA, right? So, Bitcoin volume. Hey, Sam, thank you for the daily live. I don't miss a live. Love this channel. Can you please take a look at the gummy when you have time? Thank you. Shout out to Barber Trader Joe for the super nice Canadian 5 beans and for asking so politely. My man Dano, crypto in the house. Yo, Casper with Dano. Wow, we're forming a community, man, of bonded souls here. It's super amazing to see. It really is. Blessings on everybody that's hanging out with the lifer. We got Casper in the crew. We got Rudy in the crew. We got Dano Crypto, Vitality B. He's watching on the big screen. Looks amazing, Sam. Great work. Everything is coming along nicely. Vitality B, man, I love you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, man, new studio, new home, new place. I moved to Florida, if you didn't know, in the last 2 weeks. I got here on the 28th. It's actually been 2 weeks tomorrow, if you can believe it, that I've been in Florida. I find that insane. It's been the fastest 2 weeks of my life. I can't believe how fast it went by. Florida is awesome. Like, it was 90 degrees today, and I was in the pool and in the jacuzzi. Like, my daughter's so smart. We got her into a new school, but they had to do an assessment, and she had a follow day. So she did the follow day, and my wife gave her a pen and piece of paper and told her to get a phone number if she could. She came home with a phone number. Can you believe it? And we ended up having a play date. And today, she set it up for today, and a girl came over with her dad, and I was just like, what an amazing, smart little girl. Like, she had one chance to make it happen. Like, she moved to a new state, and she made a play date for herself. Like, I was, as a father, I can't tell you how proud I am of her. But she's a New York girl, man. She grew up in New York City. Then she moved to Boston where she had, so, you know, and then I realized the skills somebody learns when you move them city to city at a young age, right? All right, I'm closing the door now. Pulling up the show, my little baby. She was on a rampage right there. That's my 3-year-old. She going crazy. Anyway, and shout out to the memberships, man. Thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. Vitality B, man. Giving where the giving's getting good. Wow. Anyway, so I'm completely off what I was saying, but blessings on blessings, everybody. Appreciate everyone for being here. It looks like you're in Parkland area. Oh, yeah. I was saying how beautiful the lake is. Yeah. Middle child, always special. Yeah, she is. And Crypto Billy, man, don't think I didn't see you. Let's watch this. Let's look at Crypto Billy here. If I type in Billy. Oh, wow. I have to type in Crypto Billy. Well, look at this. I mean, watching you on the pond here. Look at that. Look at that fresh. That trout, I'm guessing you guys catching trout. You got the Grateful Dead patch. I see that. I see you now. I didn't see. Okay, you're a deadhead. All right, little details about the man. Look at this though. Out there, you must have been having a blast, bro. Unbelievable. On the Davidson River with my old friend, 2 guys in a cusp of retirement enjoying life. I love it. Made me so happy to see. So happy to see. Oh yeah, so I was super proud about my daughter and her play date. That's what we were talking about. Who does that? Like she's such a, you know, okay. This guy keeps going. I see a nasty inverse cup and handle. I mean, if anything, it's a real cup and handle. You see this, but yeah, it could be playing out already. But that's like the cup and handles. That's what they do. Understand? Like, look, it's a cup and handle, break to the downside, right? It's a cup and handle, and you're seeing this second one, right? But it kind of already did its thing. It could go lower, but you know the target's not that far away. You're all right, man. Don't worry. Have a deep rest. We'll take you there. But thank you for pointing that out. We love you, man. Okay. Hey, Sam. Love you, brother. Can I please have your vision on ADA? Had a great lifetime each. Have a great lifetime each and every day. Thank you. God bless you. After 1 year in the group, I become a profitable trader. Feels good to pull in a few bucks. Thank you, Sam and friend. I owe so much to you guys. God bless you, man. Keep it up. You know, being a profitable trader is a daily occurrence. After 10 years, you could lose it. You got to do it every single day and work at it and always be disciplined. I say eventually long-term investments will pay you so much you eventually will be up so big you can't lose unless you decide to just like become really reckless. Super chats, Casper, Velodrome, Gummy, and Cardano. I like that mix. That's a nice little mix that I'd like to take a bite on into. Let's finish here with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, for whatever reason, we got bullish div, as I pointed out before. We're hanging out. We see that the 4-hour could be in a bear flag and break to the downside. We went over all the bearish ideas. We talked about them. And then we came to terms that the 1 hour had broken out of the little falling wedge here. And then we came to terms that we were in this smaller area and we were watching this flag on the 1 minute. And that's where we stand. We covered all the time frames from the weekly all the way to the 3-day, to the daily, the 12-hour, the 8-hour, the 4-hour, the 1 hour, the 15, even the 7. And so we know that if the 1 hour breaks the 200 SMA, that'll start bearishness. And it could drop it a little bit, but it will start some bearishness, right? And right now, this is like a double top. And this looks pretty bearish to me as we speak. So we'll see. But again, in this weekend trading, we could see sideways chop. What do I see happen throughout the night? I wouldn't be surprised if we just see something like this. Just, you know, we just see some sideways price action here for Bitcoin. Maybe a little bit of upside after some downside, and just we end up somewhere where we're at 61.2 to 60,009 to 61,200, somewhere in the mix throughout the night, and we just continue sideways. What I also like to do is look at another chart really clean, especially if I've been trading or looking at like a lot of charts all day long, and just get rid of the moving averages and just open my mind and clear my mind and see if I'm missing anything or I could see anything somewhat differently. And specifically, I like to look at just price action alone. What's interesting too, if we look at the stochastics RSI, they look double bottomed and ready for a move. So like, that has cup and handle vibes the other way for me. The thing is, if we get this move and we break 67.2, it'll be like, oh, the altcoins will just go nuts. And it says that we could get really right up there. So that's our bullish scenario. I'm not saying this is guaranteed to happen. I'm saying that's our bullish scenario. And look, we never made it back inside this pattern. If we break back inside, we short. So if you ever see a candle break back here on the 8 hour, we short back to the bottom of the pattern. It's a very simple scenario to play, in my humble opinion. If we stay outside of this trend line, right, look for a break of the first high at 64.8. Look for 64.5, obviously, but then 64.200, and then we can continue on up. The 8 hour looks bullish to me. The 8 hour looks really bullish. So J Casp can maybe take that trade there. Even right now as a possible add-on area. I'd watch the shorts here if this gets a move. Then we break this point of control and we follow all the way up to about 75,000, 72.5, you know? You said you wouldn't call yourself a day trader, but would you call this that if not day trading? I mean, no, I day trade all the time. Last night, I made $280 in 5 minutes. I don't know if that's a day trade. Isn't that like an intraday trader? Like I'm trading inside the day. Like I don't even know if that's a day trade. You see what I'm saying? Like it's 4 hour and the 8 hour both look bullish to me, and the 1 hour swing into the upside in a bull flag, right? So, and look, you got this. I'm bullish on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 8 hour time frame. They all look bullish to me. And then the 15 minute has something that I've studied for a long time, which means you're going to pump up to this 200 SMA. And just look for the, so look for the, if you want to wait for the 15 minute to break 61.3 and retest it. And you have a gap in the VRVP all the way up to liquidity at 63,000. So this tells me we're about to get a bounce back to 63. A lot of people jumped into the short late. There is a lot of liquidity up here. I see a short squeeze back to the upside for Bitcoin coming. If you want to be extra careful, you wait for us to break the 15,200 and then you add the trade. So, and I could be completely wrong, and this could drop to the downside, and everyone could say, "Life, you stink. You're full of old shoes," and that's fine. I'll take it. But my trader instinct, my years of doing this is telling me there's going to be a short squeeze to the upside here, at least to 63,400. But I could be completely wrong. But that's what looks likely and probable. But you never know. All right? You never know. Celtics Cavs tonight, big game too. So anyway. Saturday night streams are usually a little less. They're quick, especially on the weekends. We do 2 streams, an hour and a half each, about something like that, right? I like what he said. It's the weekend. I'm staying out. Yeah, I'm seeing signs of a move, and I could be completely wrong here. At the end of the day, too, this is a bear flag, and it's got a nasty, nasty pole that could take you further down, right? All the way to 57,000. So let's see what happens here. This will start if the 1 minute loses the 200. That's how this could begin to, and then look for other, like most other time frames are losing it too. So like, you see how this is making a flag now? You need this 1 minute flag to break out. So it's just, and again, if you can't, some people can't handle this much structure at once. It's too much. Like the 1 minute, I get it. And you could just trade the bigger time frame if you want, but you'll see signals of things happening on the smaller time frames. This 1 minute loses this 200, we're likely dropping down. If it starts coiling up and we break out and you see the 1 minute start to pump, it's a good sign that we're starting to move on the bigger time frame too as well. All right. Yeah, October I got in a lot of my alts. Vitality B, thank you for gifting me the membership. Let's go, right? I was just telling my husband to get black button down shirt like Andrew Huberman wears. Who's Andrew Huberman? That's funny. Bro, can you check your stocks? Yeah, we did. Remember the coin hex you gave me now? Look at that daily, weekly pattern. I'm all in. Thank you, Sammy. Forming that cup and handle. I love you, brother. Hey, man, you got to be able to find the bottom if you want to get to the top. So it's an interesting concept to think about. I see a pump to the upside coming right now. Short squeeze in the next 10, 20 minutes. But who knows? What do I know? Probably nothing. We probably won't be at 61.2 in 5 minutes. Probably just me just dreaming. I probably had a dream. I'm time traveling again, and I'm mixing up my time zones. I apologize greatly for that. It's funny, we found this Dijaharu back in, Suka. Thing is beat to the ground at this point, but you never know. I think Suka could eventually get back a move back to the upside. Right? Obviously, I don't know. I'm not buying any Suka right now. I'll tell you that. Right. Let's take a look at what had a nice bit of pump here. ALEPH. I am here on MEXC. ALEPH. It's crazy though how you have Alephium and that still is always bug out to me. So remember, we got in at 25, 27, 25, 26. Maybe a little bit at 27, and I bought a little more at like 30. This thing is at 38 now, continuing to cover basis. Again, the 22-hour looks bullish to me if it could continue. Two red, candles, but my target for this is 55 cents. Possibly in a week and a half. I don't ever really care about timing. Obviously not in 10 years, you know what I mean? And the daily is kind of curving. What I didn't like is the 4-hour got pretty overbought. You see that? But the moving averages are getting close and tight. So just look for this to continue to consolidate for a couple more days. And I just could see a pump coming. And if Bitcoin decides to get that move back up tonight even, and even though it's Sunday, I wouldn't be surprised if we still get some type of pump and then into Monday night, right? So I'd be watching this coin. I already DCA'd my bag in there and I got myself a bag. So we'll see what happens. Another new coin that we talked about and found out, MAZZE, right? Which is, reminding me a lot about Caspa coin. I don't like Caspa, but, it's DAG, which is a decentralized acyclic graph, right? And now Caspa, I'm pretty sure has Ghost DAG protocol. I don't know if this has Ghost DAG though, right? I just doing it 9 this morning. Best community out there in the space. God bless you, Ragnar. We love you for saying that. And I'm so, because I don't know what it's like to be new and join my community. So I love that you're new, you joined the community, and it's really the place that you want to be. May many gains come your way. May you learn so much. And may so much information come your way, my man. And look, didn't I just tell you this was going to happen? Didn't I just tell you? Didn't I just say to your face? But you didn't listen, right? You thought I was out of my mind. You thought I was crazy, right? When I told you that was about to pump, you were like, how does he know? Because I just, I'm so in tune with the stochastics RSI and how they move that I can smell price action move before it happens, man. You would think I time traveled that move, right? Like, look, boom, 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 right? You would think I time traveled that move, but I didn't. I just telegraphed it to myself after I time traveled. See? That's what I did. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. Blessings on blessings. But look, oversold now on the stochastics RSI. That's what you get on the weekend. And now we have another resistance, 61,000. It's chop. I'm not going to trade chop, but I do see a possible move into the night or to tomorrow morning. But anything could happen. All right. So be careful. Be careful. Yes, you may want to research this coin again, just putting it on your radar. Future ready blockchain at today's speed, 40,000 TPS. I mean, that's pretty hot. Also, how did I find this coin? I found it through Token Metrics, right? Token Metrics, the best possible place to find coins every single day on a daily basis. I'm always scanning 3 Octospace, Menique, and Arbitrum in the game. We also have Ton Coin making a big comeback from 517 to 670. I kept telling everyone Ton was the one. Solana holding above 140 is hot to me. BNB, one of the hottest coins because they are deflationary, continue to burn more BNB. BNB's right now in a consolidative state. I pointed it out, but you do whatever makes you happy. Anyway, There's money to be made the next couple weeks. We're going to find it no matter what. I'd watch this flag on ALEPH and see where it goes. ALEPHium. I discovered this live stream recently when my mind is playing tricks on me. I was chasing my loss, but this live stream calmed my mind. Amen. God bless you. Can you go over aerodrome downtrend? I feel a lot of people have pulled out of the market and are waiting for BTC to go much lower before entering back in. You know what they call people that wait for Bitcoin to go lower? People that wait forever, man. And you know, you feel a lot of things. You think a lot of things. You believe. The market doesn't care what you think, feel, or believe. You got me into Pepe in the 900s. Wow. Gains on gains and still holding. Losing a zero and another. Love you, brother. Had my lines drawn from your strategy. God bless you, brother. We got into Pepe early. Shout out to my Caspa crew right now. Caspa getting a bit of a breakout here of this bigger falling wedge. It's, you know, and getting oversold and looking for a bit of a move here. Caspa in a bit of a bull flag and wants to continue. I like what I'm seeing here on the moving averages, and I wouldn't be surprised if Caspa gets a pump up to 14. Once Caspa starts to move, people are going to wish that they got more Caspa at the lows, and they're going to realize that they missed out on one of the best opportunities in the game. Now, I do hold Caspa, so I am some bias, and I've been buying Caspa since around a penny. So we're still holding a 12x if you're in my trading group on this coin, and we did even more when it was higher. And I never sold my Caspa. I kept it under wraps, all right, with my one key, baby. I believe it. I have it on a one key wallet. But shout out to everybody here on the live. Blessings on blessings for you being here, and thank you for jumping on in. I'm in your AVAX crew, and I'm feeling the pain. AVAX crew, funny. I'm looking at the volume, Sammy. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, amen. Buy Bitcoin at 41,000 and enjoy. I'm a time traveler. I guess you are. Looking like a cup in handy, eh? It does. It's a beautiful cup with a handle there for Caspa, and rounded bottoms pay the bills. Now, it doesn't mean we're going there forever. We do have a resistance that we've hit twice now at 13 cents. We just hit it. But amazing. Look, Caspa going from 10 to 13 cents. That's a 30% gain, right? A little under, but bang. First time here. Shout out to Psychedelic Mushroom people in the house. Everybody wish him an awesome night. Say, we love you. Let him know how much love is here on the channel so he knows that we live in love with the strongest frequency in the game, because love cannot be denied. And when you live in love, you're going to win. You're going to get where you want to go. Things are going to happen the way they're supposed to happen for you because you have the strongest frequency in the game. Blessings on blessings, brother. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Jared D. And it's all about the newcomers, the new beginners. I'm calling a downtrend move before the parabolic move upward. Interesting. I'm just saying I'm not calling anything. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Much love. Wow, a time traveler who came back this day. Sweet. 700 here, 300 likes. You know what to do. Yeah, exactly. Caspa looking interesting to me. Previous support is resistance. In a bit of a flag. Oversold on the stochastics RSI. 1 hour bull flag for Caspa. I think this is, privy for a move here. I like what I'm seeing for my baby Caspa. And I told my team, I showed you guys, I bought $4,000 of it during this dip. And I didn't even need to. I just did it. I don't know. I just was like, I like this coin so much. I want more of it. And I grabbed a little more. And we'll see what happens to that $4,000 bag alone. So you can just see what happens if you only had $4,000. What would happen to Caspa, right? And I'll just keep kind of showing you throughout the time. If you stick with me and watch my streams, kind of what I'm allocating into, why I'm getting into them, what I believe in, and I put my money where my mouth is. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I will never look at your portfolio and tell you what to do with your money. And I don't plan on you doing anything that I do at all. And you should never do what you see on YouTube. You should research and find your own reason for doing something, right? That way you'll have conviction when the market shifts. If you just do what someone tells you to do when the market shifts, you might just sell when another YouTuber tells you to sell too. And then you're going to be just bouncing around. It's you can learn information from me, get an education, but then you got to start doing your own work, put in your research, and find out what speaks to you. What about that coin is, why do you, I like Caspa because I understand proof of work. I'm old school, and I like that my dad was an iron worker, my grandfather was a bricklayer. When I think of proof of work, I think of machines actually doing the work. Proof of stake, to me, can be easily kind of, faked and, I don't know, and it gets, to me, it's easier to manipulate it by governments and all that, right? So it's just, to me, it's all about, allocating at the right times in the market, using dumps and dips to take opportunities. And there's always going to be an opportunity if you set your mind to the tune. If you tune your mind like a radio to a frequency, like I've tuned my mind to the frequency that opportunity only exists, and that's it. Now, it doesn't mean I walk around thinking that nothing can happen to me. I want to make this really clear, because some people interpret this as, it's la-di-da day. No, I keep myself protected at all times. I know that anything can happen. Because of my life, and so many things have happened, I've been trained by life to think anything could happen. But, I believe that the best things will happen to me. And I believe the best things the best people are put into my life for the best reasons. And you know what? It keeps happening. So I'm going to keep believing in it. You see, it goes hand in hand. VELO came down after that beautiful pump to the upside, but still in a bit of a flag here. And I'm telling you, if Bitcoin gets that reversal even slightly, like when Bitcoin even gets $1,000 reversal now, any coin that's still pumping will continue to give itself a bit of another pump here. Let's see if VELO can hold this previous support as resistance and continue up to my next target at 0.35. That was the bigger target to begin with, right? That would still be a beautiful gain of about 56% if that flag breaks to the upside. Let's take a look at those super chats one more time. I remember the huge dump on Casper. Yeah. I'm in a catastrophic trader. I use heavy leverage and a group short contracts. When I get the prediction, use real data. Bad things happen in the world. Why, bro? Why? I don't know. I just got really confused by that. Let's shut up. I got to look at Velodrome, though, not VELO. Velodrome Finance. Now, I don't own any Velodrome. I own Aerodrome. Just because I got into Velo, Aero so early. But Velo at 14 cents is kind of a steal. This thing was all the way at 40 cents not too long ago, and it ripped from like 6 cents. It did an 8x, and it did it fast. Target for Velo would take you to 45. Previous bounce is resistance. And then I would draw this trend line to see if we can keep the trend alive, right? So Velodrome has to break back above this eerie resistance. But you know what I see? I see an Adam and Eve double bottom beginning to form. These are notorious for breaking back to the upside, and they're notorious bottoming patterns. To me, they're even stronger than le double bottom, le double bottom. But you have this idea here. Let's take a look at it on the 8-hour. Could be making what's called the Adam and Eve double bottom here. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. It could even just fall off a cliff and make a descending triangle. I'm not saying, if that starts to drop down, you'll see. But if you can continue to round this out, then you're looking for the high to break here at about 17 cents. You break 17 cents, use it as support. You have a gap in the VRVP. You're ripping back to 25, 27 and a half. And then we can talk about making it to the target at 45, right? So watch Velodrome, to me, make this, see if it can make this sideways price action. The safe bet, if you want to swing trade it, break above here. I think it's a great DCA right now, revisiting its previous resistance as support, bouncing, making a secondary higher low and being oversold in the 8-hour. But anything could happen. The market could shift and we could get a black swan and go to 7 cents too. You never know. So do you see Bitcoin breaking the resistance? I just did a whole thing on Bitcoin. And honestly, I don't if I say any more, I'm going to ruin what I said already. So let's leave that at, wow, $173 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievably nice. I really can't believe that. Shout out to Jason Casper for starting off a super chat train on a Saturday night. Unbelievable. Really, really beautiful people, man. All you. You're awesome. Every one of you for being here with me every single time I'm here. Remember that guy was like, Chuck is the best coin ever. It's the hottest thing I've ever seen. I said, man, don't say that. And look at that thing. I said, man, don't push your memes on us. I can't stand that. We're not your exit liquidity. You know what I mean? We're just not. Remember Crow with Knife? We found it when it first ever came out. It was like down there. It's not rock. This guy said Crow was rocking. It went up a tiny bit. All right. See, I got to watch with these. I love you, Piercing the Veil, but come on, man. That's rocking to you? Testosterone is in my cologne. Amen. Unsure how to draw the cup and handle for Sui with the bearish divergence. Can you take a look? We'll take a look at that vitality beat for sure. I was just going to show you Gummy, but Gummy came out on Blowfin. And if you want to check out Blowfin, hit the link here in our pinned comment to find out what's happening with Blowfin. Or go to cryptolifer.com. This is the pinned comment, so you don't have to search, or, if you want to go to cryptolifer.com, hit the link right here. It takes you to cryptolifer.com. Learn to trade, unlock financial freedom. Join today. Join the 99 trading group. All right. Right here, this will pop up, consent, and give our email address for a weekly newsletter. It comes twice a week. It blows your mind. I'm telling you right now, you'll absolutely love it. But I don't take a day off. Saturday I'm here. Sunday I'm here. I'll be up tomorrow morning going over the charts again, making my positive affirmation videos and just doing what I do. 100 straight days, 200 straight days, 300 straight days. I'm the guy that's gone 1,000 days straight without a day off. Live stream, nothing has been more important than my wife, my kids, and my job. I put all three first. And if I live from home and I work from home and I got an internet connection, then what is the reason that I can't live stream? What is it? That I'm tired? That I have something more important? That I got to go to the doctor? Hey, I've been sick before. I didn't miss my stream. I didn't care how sick I got. I did miss my stream. I might have only been able to do it for 20 to 30 minutes, and you guys saw that I was like falling ill off the. And I believe the stand-up desk has a lot to do with it. I sit here at the stand-up desk. Everyone says, "How do you get so much energy?" Well, I work out every day. I take care of myself. I eat right, and I have a really good wife, man. My wife. If you have a really good wife at home, a good woman in your life can energize you beyond belief. She can create such a foundation for you that you have so much strength behind you that you just, worry. Especially a good wife who believes in God or reminds me of God constantly. And but anyway, God bless everybody here. This is my site. If you want to jump on into my trading group, jump on in. All right. I got off track there talking about my wife because I know she's the reason for all my success, man. God bless her and everything she does for us, for all the lifers and everybody. She really is a blessing. And I just, I met someone today that had, a couple rough patches, served the armed services, and, sad to say, but the people in his life, his first, just things aren't working out, right? And he's raising his kid alone. And that's not easy. It's not easy. And I just recognize that and see that. And I realize how lucky I am to have a wife in my life and have a family structure that keeps me grounded. That's why the channel's been doing so well. That's why I work so well with my employees, or I call them my dream workers, people that work with me on my channel, because there's a respect and a love that's there, because everyone that's part of my family is part of this existence with God, right? My wife has such a deep part of my life and why everything is going so well in my life. I tell young men to get married sooner than later. I think marriage is a first step to maturing as a man and to change you and to realize that you're now there obligated for others, and it's not just about you anymore. Right? Then you have a kid and you realize it's about your wife and your kid. And there's a pride there. If you take it in the right way, there's a pride to knowing that you're the protector of those. Like, my wife will have I'll have 3 little daughters and my wife, and like those 4 women will look to me to protect them. I will risk my life for each and every one of them and do everything I can for their safety. And that's what I signed up for as a man. And I'm proud to say that. And that's an amazing accomplishment to be able to keep them safe. Right? As many men have done before me in my life and through history and all of time. So Gummy looks kind of bearish there. You see how I drew that head and shoulder to the downside? Gummy looks like it may drop to the downside there. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. They may have another airdrop coming too. Just be careful. That looks Now, if it can bounce, it is a double bottom. Let's see if it can bounce. I'd look for it to get back above 10 cents and the 200 SMA. Then we know we can really move. It's consolidating nicely. We'll see, but just saying, there's a bit of a shoulder, head, and right shoulder there. That's kind of staring at me. I could be wrong. So thanks for sharing, Fett. Let's take a look at, I don't remember AMS89H. I don't remember that though. Explain leverage trading versus DCA trading on gains. I don't know, man. It's like a long explanation, but like, let's say you slowly DCA into Bitcoin when it's $1,000 and you hold it for 7 years and it goes to 70,000. I mean, you might have turned 50 grand into a few mil. I'm just saying, apologies to you, but by my size, always an appreciation. I learned trading with life. Always respect brother and life is with the 99. Oh, no worries. I don't know if I struck a chord. I wasn't talking to you, man. You're awesome. You're super great. I sent an email and she answered me within minutes. Very impressive. Bless her and your family. Sam is the man. Thank you. Can you look at Miria? Miria is just going to take its time, That's hold for a long time and let it rip. I'm getting married 5/25/24. Meeting my future wife changed my life. God bless you, Felix. I'm so happy that you have marriage in your life, man. It's the first step. It's one of the most blessed sacramonies, and so God bless you, man. Thank you. Let's take a look at Cardano here on Binance. We got it on MXE. Cardanas. Now, I've been holding Cardano since 2 cents and 8 cents, and I'll continue to hold it up 24x. We'll see what happens over time, right? It's been a long, long road with Cardano. But eventually, I'm going to sell it and live off those Cardano gains, man. So look, when I pulled the fib from bottom to the top, we came to the golden poquito. So we're in the 618 to the 618.65 golden pocket. We could go lower to the 786. I'm not opposed. But when I bring this up here, it's crazy how the 618 in the pocket a lot of aligns with a big time, look, resistance, bounce, almost wick to it. And then we bounced here. So Cardano says, hey, that's a bottom, but it also has a descending triangle vibe. What is a descending triangle? It's when you have this diagonal top with a flatter bottom. They like to break to the downside, and it also kind of has a head and shoulder vibe to it. So for whatever reason, whether it's SEC FUD or whatever it is, this tells me that Cardano could break to the downside and may retest 34 cents. And I hold Cardano. I don't like saying that, but that looks likely to me. If I was going to trade Cardano for a swing, I'd wait for it to break back above at least 47 or 52. And if I was looking for long-term DCA, I would DCA a little bit here, but I'd keep some gas in the tank for the lower areas. But you got to do whatever makes you happy. Again, I have no idea where your situation is or what you're doing with Cardano. But I see that as a descending triangle that breaks down 68% of the time. Also kind of has a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder vibe. It looks pretty bearish to me, but again, I could be wrong. But it doesn't look amazing. It doesn't scream at me. Sui, bearish div in a cup and handle. Let's take a look at Sui. Sui's getting some buzz lately, people talking about it. It is one of the fastest, nicest chains in the game. It's interoperable, works great. Obviously had in a bit of a falling wedge here as it's getting tighter and tighter in the wedge too. So I see Sui in this giant cup and handle. See that? And then you want to do is pull your fib. And remember, someone said, what time frame do you pull the fib? And a fib doesn't really matter. Every time frame is the same. I just wanted to point that out. Like someone asked that question. I don't want to have them, it's not a funny joke. But look, the daily, because the fib is the range, 34 cents up to 215. That range doesn't change on any time frame. So whether you pull the fib in the 4 hour, the 8 hour, as long as you're taking the same ranges, you're going to get the same golden pocket. So when we look at Sui right now, I'd look at it on the daily, right? And the daily just lost the 200 SMA, which is bearish, but it also is usually, if you believe in it and you're oversold, it's an accumulation point. We also have this area here where we resisted, and then we resistance, we've wicked to it. So we have a little support at 94 cents. Again, that psychological dollar, losing that usually creates, a bit of a frenzy. Now you look for where Sui would go. It would go all the way to there. That would be the length. That would be its next bigger move. And it says you could see a $3 Sui. I believe in this project. I believe DCing into it now is a great idea at 99.77. But again, you guys got to figure out what you think is possible. I said to me that my play for Sui is Cetus, and Cetus will be kind of the move. Shout out to Crypto Bash for the 199 pound. We appreciate it. We love you. Let's take a look at Sui Bear Div Cup and Handle. Yeah, I see the cup and handle. The bearish div, in my opinion, already played out. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, too. They'll look like shoulder, head, right shoulder. And honestly, if Bitcoin takes a dump, this could dump too. So it's definitely something you want to pay attention to. There's Bitcoin did like a bit of a weird pump, came down, pumped up again. And there's your chop for the night, right? I'll be bearish if we keep going up chop and then the 200 comes closer and closer, and eventually the 200 will come here and the whole thing will dump. It isn't right now. It's more likely you're going to drop. So if you don't get back above 61.3, I'd expect more downside. You see what I mean? Because that's your high or low. That's your low, your high, and it didn't break the previous high at all, like not even close. So you would expect a bigger, more macro lower low right now. I'm seeing a move to the downside for Bitcoin unless you can break back above 61.2. Like that's 60 or 61.300. You break 61.3, okay. But until then, no. I have a guy who's completely paranoid about the SEC. How do you feel about it? I don't have feelings, man. I just buy what I'm convinced. You know, I've gone through so much news up and down my whole life. If I sold on news like that, I'd be broke. And I'm not broke, so I don't do that. But he can do whatever he wants. I also don't live in fear. I could pass away tomorrow, man. I don't know what they're going to do. I take it one day at a time. You know, one step at a time, one moment at a time. That's it. That's how I that's how I take life. And if it's part of life like that, anything that's like that is part of life, right? I take it one day at a time. Lost the 200 SMA, bearish. Okay. We can see this guy's so weird, man. I feel like they pull the SEC-ish every time before it rockets. It's possible, yes. Yeah. One day at a time. Amen. Told you, fake weekend pump. Yeah, I mean, you never know. It's weekend sauce. Honestly, is it going to be a fake weekend dump, though, if it takes a dump? Here, look, you got resistance now at 61,000. But just be careful trading on the weekends. I don't looking at the 6-month chart, bullish or bearish. I mean, those are 3 white soldiers, which is a bullish pattern of continuation. So if that closes like that, that's a bullish pattern, and you're above resistance at 46,000. You're about to actually close a bullish candle. That's very bullish. 6-month chart is very bullish. Yeah, the funding's still positive. I'm short on Bitcoin. What's in the glass? I don't know if I'm able to say a spindrift. Oh, that's product placement, right? What about the 17-year chart? So nice little pump and dump for Bitcoins, for Mr. Bitty Bitty Bitcoin. Feel like it made this flag, fell out of it, came back inside. Could it still be in the flag? I've seen them do this. This is nuts. This is like my existential theories, though. Awesome. Thank you for throwing it up there and giving your thought. Happy weekend, brother. Anytime, man. Crab with knife on Chronos. You guys are so funny, man. The 28-year chart looks kind of bullish. Yeah. Thank you for the stream. Please tell BB Happy Mother's Day if I don't make it tomorrow to say hi. God bless you, brother. Thank you. My son graduates this month. I want to give him 10K cash, but that's amazing. Can you give a shout out to the Bears? Shout out to the Bears. We love you. Wouldn't you rather long than short on a 1x leverage? I don't know, man. Super USDT, bro. Can you give a shout out to the Bears? Oh, yeah. All right. I just want to make sure I'm reading the chat out loud. Anyway, it's been a crazy night. I love each and every one of you. I'm going to jump on out of here. I don't see much price action. I see chop action for tonight. Told you some hot coins that I'm looking at. There's some things in the trading group that I'm looking at, but I just see some up and down price action. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we just go sideways and I show up tomorrow. Let's do the green box theory. I show up tomorrow, right? And the show will be in. We have to hit shift and hold it. Hold on, hit shift. Oh, wow, that's so small. So the stream will be in. It will be at 8 a.m. usually. So in about 9.5 hours. So somewhere about here is where we'll end up. I just put a box. I believe we're just going to do chop. We'll be somewhere right in here. But we'll see. Only time will tell. I'll be back tomorrow morning. No trades right now. I didn't do anything live. I didn't see any awesome sauce. We had that one little pump, but that was about it. Be careful tonight trading. Saturday night is low volume. NBA playoffs. Not many people paying attention. They're gambling all night, right? So I love you all. Stay true to yourselves. Be awesome. I'll see you tomorrow morning for another beautiful live stream. May God bless you all. Thank you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow.